Chapter 17, The Unity Divide. Holly darted through the bustling streets, her heart pounding in rhythm with the urgent magic pulsating through Mary Hollow. The town's enchantments were unraveling, and the weight of her responsibility pressed heavily on her shoulders, a burden she felt keenly with each hurried step. She could feel her powers surging, the sugar magic bubbling within her, eager to be unleashed. Yet, a pang of fear gripped her, fear of the unknown, fear of her own potential, fear of letting her town down. She wondered if her abilities would be enough to save Mary Hollow from the encroaching darkness. The festive lights that usually brought her comfort now cast eerie shadows, reflecting the town's unsettled state, their once warm glow now a chilling reminder of the stakes. As she rounded a corner, a gingerbread man leaped from a nearby window, its icing eyes glowing with mischief and a hint of malice. Holly reacted instinctively, her hands weaving a spell that turned the errant cookie into a harmless pile of crumbs. The display of power sent a shiver down her spine. Her magic was growing, evolving, and she struggled to keep it in check, to harness the wild energy that threatened to overwhelm her. She took a deep breath, trying to steady herself, feeling the cool air fill her lungs as she pressed forward, the crunch of snow under her boots grounding her in the familiar rhythm of Mary Hollow. The smell of pine and gingerbread filled the air, a stark contrast to the underlying tension that gripped the town like a vice. She paused in front of the town's historic candy cane factory, its once cheerful facade now eerily silent, devoid of the usual laughter and warmth that had always welcomed her. The air was thick with the scent of peppermint and dark magic, a chilling mixture that made her stomach churn with unease. Holly steeled herself, her green eyes narrowing with determination as she pushed open the heavy doors. Inside, the machinery groaned and clanked, the candy canes twisting into grotesque shapes, as if tormented by an unseen force. She extended her hands, her magic flowing outwards like a soothing river, calming the chaotic energy that threatened to consume the factory. The machines slowly ground to a halt, the candy canes returning to their familiar striped patterns, the air filled with the sweet scent of sugar and peace. The factory's magic settled, and the air seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, whispering gratitude in her ear like a soft, gentle secret. In the heart of the factory, she found a glowing shard embedded in a massive peppermint log. The Unity fragment hummed with power, its light casting dancing shadows on the walls, painting a tapestry of light and dark that seemed to tell a story of its own. Holly reached out, her fingers brushing against the cool surface. A surge of magic coursed through her, images of Mary Hollow's past and present flashing before her eyes like a vivid dream. She saw the town's founders, their faces etched with determination and hope, and the residents, their hearts filled with joy and unity, a tapestry of love and togetherness that had woven the very fabric of Mary Hollow. Tears welled in her eyes as she realized the depth of her love for this town, for its people, for its magic. She understood that the strength of Mary Hollow lay not just in its enchantments, but in the bonds that tied its people together, a web of love and support that transcended any magic, any spell or artifact. Meanwhile, Jack raced through the frost-covered woods, his breath misting in the cold air, the silver of his hair blending with the moonlit snow that crunched under his hurried steps. The trees whispered secrets, their branches heavy with the weight of Mary Hollow's history, each leaf telling a story of joy and sorrow, of triumph and loss. He could feel his ice magic pulsating, its rhythm erratic, reflecting his inner turmoil like a mirror to his soul. The thought of commitment, of belonging, terrified him, the fear gnawing at his heart like a relentless beast, threatening to consume him whole. Yet, the idea of losing Holly, of losing this place he had come to call home, was unbearable, a pain that cut deeper than any ice, any frost that had ever touched his heart. He knew that his heart was tied to this magical town, and he was willing to fight for it, to embrace the warmth that had begun to melt his frozen soul, to thaw the ice that had long encased his heart. Ahead, the ice-covered pond shimmered under the moonlight, a mirror reflecting the dance of the clouds above, the stars twinkling like distant jewels in the velvet night sky. Jack approached the edge, his boots crunching on the frozen surface, the sound echoing through the silent night like a whisper of his presence. The ice beneath him groaned, the water churning with dark energy, as if a beast stirred in its depths, awakened by the turmoil that gripped Mary Hollow. He took a deep breath, his hands extending, his magic flowing outwards like a calming tide, a soothing balm to the chaos that threatened to consume the pond. The ice responded, its surface smoothing, the water beneath calming, the beast soothed by his touch, lulled back into peaceful slumber. He felt a sense of peace wash over him, knowing that his powers were still strong and true, a part of him as natural as his own heartbeat, as familiar as the rhythm of his breath. In the center of the pond, a shard of ice jutted out, the unity fragment glowing within its depths, a beacon of hope in the frozen night, a promise of warmth and light amidst the encroaching darkness. Jack stepped onto the ice, his heart pounding with each careful step, the rhythm echoing in his ears like a drumbeat, a steady march towards his destiny. As he reached the shard, he paused, his reflection staring back at him, a mirror into his soul, a window to his heart. He saw the fear in his eyes, the uncertainty, the longing. He saw the man he had been, cold and distant, a wanderer lost in the frost, and the man he wanted to become, warm and loving, a protector of the light, a guardian of the magic that had come to mean so much to him. With a determined breath, he grasped the shard, the ice melting away, revealing the fragment, its light shining in his hand like a promise, a vow to protect and to cherish, to stand firm against the encroaching darkness, to fight for the town and the people he had come to love. As Holly and Jack grasped their respective halves of the unity fragment, a surge of magic coursed through them, their bodies tingling with the raw power of their connection, a bond that transcended words and time, that reached deep into their souls, intertwining their fates and their hearts. Their eyes met across the distance, a silent understanding passing between them, a promise etched in the very air they breathed, a vow to stand together, to fight together, to protect the town they both loved so dearly. They had each faced their fears, their doubts, and emerged stronger, more united, their love a beacon in the darkening night, a light that would guide them through the trials that lay ahead. They knew that their love and their shared purpose were the keys to saving Mary Hollow, the lock that would open the door to a brighter future, a future filled with hope and light, with love and unity, with the magic that bound them all together. They rushed towards each other, their footsteps echoing through the town, the sound a symphony of hope and determination, a march towards their shared destiny, their hearts beating in time with the rhythm of their steps. As they met, their hands reached out, the halves of the fragment merging, sending a wave of magic rippling through Mary Hollow. The town's enchantments hummed, the air shimmering with renewed energy, the magic of their love a song that filled the night, a melody that danced on the very air, that whispered promises of hope and redemption, of love and unity, of a future bright with possibilities. Yet, amidst the surge of power, a dark shadow loomed, their enemies alerted to their success, the final battle drawing near, the drums of war echoing in the distance like a chilling symphony, a dark counterpoint to the song of their love. The festive atmosphere that once permeated Mary Hollow now hung heavy with anticipation, the calm before the storm, the quiet before the battle that would decide the fate of the town, the fate of the magic that bound them all together, the fate of the love that had blossomed amidst the snow and the ice, amidst the darkness and the light, amidst the whispers and the secrets that had long lain hidden in the heart of Mary Hollow. "We need to get to the town square," Holly breathed, her eyes scanning the horizon. "The magic of Mary Hollow is reaching a critical point."